Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching my videos. Today, we're going to be talking about saving for your retirement using Bitcoin and gold. And we're going to talk about Arthur Hayes' 3K prediction. And also, if you're interested, we're also going to be talking about market dynamics, right? What's going on with the actual Dow Jones Industrial, and basically why growing a garden actually makes sense. So if that sounds interesting to you, stick around and watch this video because that's what we're going to be talking about after we do some technical analysis of Bitcoin. So let's take a look at the charts and see what's going on with Bitcoin. I know my charts are always busy and crazy and really difficult to read, but let's start off with the long-term picture here in CoinEnergy. The weekly charts look very positive, right? We've got like movement up. Wouldn't be surprised if we have to do a W out kind of situation in the weekly, maybe before we actually go higher. But I think that what we might see is that Bitcoin break higher. But again, this is all speculation here. This is my feeling about Bitcoin, and I think I'm just a little bullish bias. I have too much bullish bias here. And yeah, it could go higher and it could go lower. And what we're going to see here is that we do have like a divergence here in the weekly, and a divergence. And then if we go to the 2 weekly, right? If we start rolling over, if this thing starts going down, right, and this histogram starts going down, which means prices are going up, that would actually be a very positive sign, and I want to see that actually in the price action here. Going down to daily, we have some bad news. Of course, we got probably a confirmed divergence. Yes, we do have a confirmed divergence. Not the greatest confirmed divergence, but it's confirmed divergence nonetheless. So if we do not, let's see here, if we do not break up from here, notice the 13, we're battling the 13 EMA, and we break down this from this level, we could see some lower price action here, all the way to at least the 38.2, which is the $6,000 level, 6,100, around that area. Hopefully we don't see that, but the market will do whatever the market wants to do, and we just have to wait and see. Again, you could always trade these things. That's what learning how to trade is all about, right? Whether you can make money on these price actions, and you're not guaranteed profits every single time you make a trade when you're learning how to trade, but you do learn how to read the market and become correct more times than not, and that's the most important thing. Anyways, here I got an AB equals CD that might play out. I would love to see Bitcoin finally break above this the EMA ribbon. As it stays below it, we have to say that the market is bearish, right? Unfortunately, I don't want to, but we have to say that. And so that's where we are. The market's battling this 13 EMA. At least it's battling. It's above the 13 EMA on the weekly. Is this the daily time frame here? On the CMA, and we could create a gap. So that means we're probably going to at least come back up to the 7,300 level sometime soon, hopefully, right? I mean, this market will do whatever it wants to do, but I think we have a good chance that we're going to close this gap before we actually roll over, if we do roll over. And if we close the gap, we have a higher probability of pushing up higher. So that's always a good thing. Looking at Bybit for the Bybit perpetual swaps to see if there's any kind of trade here in the immediate term. Looking at the 5-minute chart, we just recently dumped down, like probably within the last less than an hour ago. So yeah, probably in the last hour, and yeah, we're oversold here on the 5 minutes. So I wouldn't be surprised if this thing turns into a BART pattern and we come back up, but honestly, I think zooming out a little bit, you can see that this is still not a good sign to say, hey, you know what, we're going to see higher highs. We got to break this level first to really start saying, okay, things might have changed. The pattern has changed here. So if we brought BART back up and we break this level here on the 5-minute, we can say things have changed and the direction has changed for the better. All right, so with that said, should you trade this on the 5-minute? I would look for patterns here to run this. If my Davo was, if I had a Davo or something like that, on the 5 minutes, you want to take the risks. It's not that much risk here. If you want to trade this, right, you'd go, you do this. I would, if you were trying to buy here. I'm not saying to buy at this level. But if you were to buy here, you'd take the risk, 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio from here, right? Notice it's only 0.23%, and that's how you would, for this low level of risk, that's when you would use the 100x leverage on the different exchanges. But other than that, you would not use the 100x level. And trust me, you know what? I'm going to do a video series on how to use 100x on Bybit and FMX, because most people think that you could just like throw a bet on and hope for the best. No, that's not how you do it with 100x leverage. All right, with that said, if you're interested in trading with Bybit, all you have to do on Bybit is just type in bybit.davincej15.com, right? That takes you to the registration page. And if you register under my link, right, you will get bonus. If you're going to deposit like 0.2 Bitcoins, you'll get bonuses of like $90 or something like that. Also, same with FMX. If you deposit with my link, you will get a bonus of up to $72 with my link if you head over there and sign up to FMX with my affiliate link. But before you do any of that, right, you have to learn how to trade. You have to learn how to trade. You have to learn how to trade, right? It's very important to learn how to trade, because I lost so much money. I'm saying it so many times because I lost so much money thinking that I knew how to trade because I don't need lessons, right? And I made that mistake. And if you want to get $50 off of your classes here at the Try, where I learned how to trade, where they showed me how to trade, you will receive $50 off, and these courses are excellent. Everything that I've said in all my videos when it comes to trading has come from these guys. I suggest that you purchase your classes from these guys, and you will definitely on your way to learning how to trade and also being a good trader and making some money in the market. All right, with that said, let's talk about Arthur Hayes' $3,000 Bitcoin call. Oh my God, $3,000. Well, listen, I'm not going to say that he's totally off on that. It is possible that Bitcoin can make it down to $3,000. Absolutely, it is possible. Is it likely? I would give it like only a 20% chance, right? At this point, it is still possible, right? However, I think when it comes to Arthur Hayes making a call, I would, take it with a grain of salt, because remember, he's trading against you, right? He's done a lot of nasty things to his subscribers and people who trade on the on what's it called, the BitMEX and stuff like that. And I'm going to delete their affiliates code from my list of affiliates in the link in the description below. So yeah, I just really can't stand the way they treat their customers, the way they treat their assets on their system. It's really poorly run company and nasty people there. So yeah, I would really take his numbers and say, okay, well, throw those out. If you have somebody else that has something to say about a lower Bitcoin price and has some information, I would like to hear about that. So why don't you talk about it in the comment section below. All right, next question is, the next thing, the main topic is retirement savings. You know, I saw this chart. I posted this on Twitter, and I saw this chart many times growing up and learning how to save, right? And one of the things that frustrated me about these numbers here were correct if you invest in the market was that, yeah, I could live off that, I guess. But here's the problem, right? I I don't know what that's worth in when I'm turned 65. And so I'm not going to know how to plan for my retirement if the measuring stick, the prices of things keep going up. And I'm like, this sucks. This retirement planning sucks. I'm going to need millions of dollars really in order to really ensure that my retirement is secure. And even with millions, right, I'm still have the same issue. Is the money that I'm about to that I'm going to get for my retirement, is it going to be worth something when I retire? All right. So I said here, right, in this thing that this is BS, right? This chart is true and BS at the same time. Thus, what happens if you mix a bit of BS with ice cream? Would it still be edible? Obviously not, because I mean, even a little bit of manure in your ice cream is bad, right? You don't want any of it, right? And so this thing is like ice cream to your eyes, right? But really, it's really bad for you because you don't know what this value is going to be. So you're not going to be able to retire well, knowing that this value is always going to be losing, this money is going to be losing value over time. Thus, for me, it only makes sense to use gold and Bitcoin for savings, right? And I feel that Bitcoin is way better, because they're going to have a hard time manipulating against their fiat floating money. When you retire, right, with Bitcoin, right, you know that it's going to always increase in value because, there's less and less of it until there's no more being made. So this Bitcoin thing, right, if you don't understand how much power it is, right, just not only just how it's fungible and it can transfer millions of Bitcoins to anywhere around the world, right? I mean, there was somebody transferred 1 billion Bitcoins recently. And I'm wondering why there we go. There, head back to the tweet. There we go. So somebody recently transferred $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoins, and for 70 cents. So imagine being able to do that, right, without anybody blocking you. Try to do that with gold. Try to do it with dollars. You just can't. There's no way. You could do any of those things, moving money around fast and cheap, unless you use Bitcoin. And so it's the obvious choice. And now moving on to some market dynamics. Now everybody's seen this, I'm sure. This is a very sad state of affairs this would actually show the fact that they showed this at the same time with the best week, the Dow's best week, is kind of like a slap in the face, really. They shouldn't have done that. They shouldn't have showed that, even though it is what is going on. It is real. And the reason why this is happening, the reason why the Jones is rising up, is not totally because of the money printing, but that has a lot to do with it, but also short covering. Short covering has pretty much more to, I think probably has a little bit more to do with the price rise of the Dow than anything other than the money printing. And the reason why the short covering came exactly when the job numbers coming out is because the market is forward discounting and mechanism. People saw that, hey, the market will be losing a lot of jobs, so they sold until finally, you know what, they ran out of sellers, and they heard that the numbers came out, and finally, okay, well, maybe it was not as bad as they expected, so that's why they the shorts covered their shorts and say, you know what, that's it. I made some money and I'm walking. And and then obviously there are a few people out there buying the dips, right? This is nonsense because you don't have to need a brain surgeon to know that we're going into a Great Depression. Like, really? Does anybody need to tell you that? Another thing we need to talk about is growing a garden, right? This is in the UK. They're saying that why the grocery shelves will not be empty for a long time, and you know how you can trust these government agencies, right? This is the BBC, right? I'm telling you the truth, right? So because they always tell you the truth, like you don't need to wear a mask, right? This virus is nothing to worry about, kind of thing. Always. See, they always tell the truth, right? So you don't have to worry about, the meat being tainted with coronavirus or the locusts or anything. Don't worry about it. Everything will be just fine. Yeah. So hopefully I am wrong on that. Hopefully that this will pass quickly, this virus thing, and we get back to normal, or partial normal, right? In sometime soon. But let's be realistic, right? Let's be honest with ourselves and say, hey, this is pretty bad. I don't know how worse it's gonna get, but just in case, I'm gonna grow some potatoes, some carrots, something easy that I know that I can eat and get a lot of nutrition from, and and everything goes back to normal. Oh well, I learned how to grow a garden, right? So whilst you have access to the internet and everything else, do some research on how to grow some potatoes, right? Because potatoes are really easy, and it could be a fun exercise since you're locked in the house, anyways. Alrighty, so. Thank you guys for watching my last video. If you haven't seen it, the link is in the description below. And if you hit the like, if we get up to 1,000 likes, and we get 1,000 likes on this video, I will give away, and we get 1,000 likes on 5 videos in a row of mine, I will give away 5 Pandora's Wallet subscriptions for 1 year, and you'll have access to my personal Telegram group. So if you're interested in that, join Pandora's Wallet this month, by the end of this month, and you'll be part of the Telegram group forever. If you don't buy it by the end of this month, you will not be eligible for a forever subscription to the Telegram group, where we're going to be doing tomorrow evening. We're going to be doing a live trading session from 7 to probably 10 o'clock, and I'm going to be watching the markets between that time and doing a play-by-play on the markets as it goes along. And hopefully we could have lots of fun with that. So if you just purchase 1 month subscription, you're good forever. You'll always be part of that group. And after next month, you'll have to renew your subscription. If you are interested in me doing a fundamental analysis and technical analysis on any particular altcoin, and adding that altcoin to Pandora's Wallet, if you purchase just 2 years subscription, right, just send us a message at support@davincicodes.net, and we will definitely get that, do that video, and we'll put it in the title what coin we're going to be talking about, and also do a short 2-minute presentation on that coin. No guarantees that we're gonna like it or not, so just consider that. Alrighty. With that said, I am working on a new version of Pandora's Wallet, and I have the white paper here. If you're interested in taking a look at that white paper, we're talking about a coin in that white paper that or a token that we're gonna be doing. And if we do this and follow along, this is just early draft. I may not do it. I may do nothing at all. Right, so don't get your hopes up and say that I've said that I'm gonna do this for sure. I'm not gonna say I'm doing this for sure, but I think this is the path I'm gonna take, And I'm going to give all the subscribers of Pandora's wallet free tokens. They're going to get more tokens than the people who actually purchase the pre-sale tokens if we do sell a pre-sale tokens. But you'll be guaranteed your set of tokens absolutely free for supporting me and my development team at Pandora's Wallet and Davinci Codes. All right, with that said, thank you everyone for watching. Right, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you haven't seen the treasure video popping up right here, please check it out right now. Thank you for watching. Cheers.